On to play the 7th seed George Washington tomorrow at 5 p.m. That game will be on ESPN+. We have head coach Dan Burt. We have sophomore guard Megan McConnell. We have junior center Precious Johnson. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, then we'll open it up to questions for the players. We'll dismiss them and have Coach stay behind. We'll have questions for Coach. So, Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement, please.
It's March Madness. That's the only way you can describe it. We certainly are happy to move on and to continue our season. And the best words that you can hear in March are, see you tomorrow. And so we'll see you all tomorrow. That's my opening statement.
Okay, we'll take questions for the players. We do have a microphone. Just raise your hand, please, and we'll get the microphone to you and just give your name and outlet before you ask the question. So, any questions for the players? We'll start here in the third row. 1 second.
Whoa. Did you come in? I'm Debbie. I'm the TV analyst. I really want to ask you both. That was a game, that was a tale of two halves right there. So we talk about the first half, guys came out for great 7 threes. Was it something they did, or was it you, or was it somehow a combination of both? Because that tide turned. How did you feel about it playing it?
Let's start with Megan and then we'll go to Precious.
I hate to say this, but I think we got complacent. In the locker room, we really didn't try to change anything because everything was going for us. And then when we came out super flat, and there was no energy. And they were playing hard. Loyola's a good team. They're gonna fight back, and that's exactly what they did. So I'm just glad we could come away with the win.
Yeah, I agree with Meg. I think we got a little too comfortable because we had that lead. And it's March Madness. We can't get comfortable because everyone wants to win. So we just gotta give it all we got next game.
Good luck in the first round, right? Yeah. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions? Here in the front row, go ahead.
To both of you, could you describe that, Zach Weiss, Atlantic10.com, could you describe the last possession of the game, just the trying to keep everything in front of you and making sure that the result goes your way?
Let's start with Precious.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of adrenaline kicking in right there. It's stressful, but in order to win, we needed to keep our calm, and I think we did a good job in doing that. Even towards the end of the matchups, we weren't playing defense on the people we were assigned. So just being confident in that, trusting each other on the court, and I think that's what allowed us to be successful.
Yeah, just like PJ said, after we missed that layup, we all just sprinted back, and I think PJ was on my girl, and I ended up on 15, and so we just had to lock down one more possession, and we did.
Any more questions for either of the student athletes? Yep, here in the second row, right?
Natalie Hovering from The Next. What lessons can you take from today into tomorrow's matchup with GW?
Let's go with Megan first.
I mean, everyone's here for one thing, so we just have to come ready to play. We can't be complacent, and we have to play hard for 40 minutes.
Yeah, as we did today, not get too comfortable, give 100% from the first minute, and just play the full 40 minutes like we know we can.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes? Okay, you two are excused. We'll keep Coach here.
Thank you.
Thank you. As Coach said, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Best 3 words in March Madness.
We'll take questions for Coach Burt right now. Anyone? Yep, in the front.
Hi, Dan. Zach Weiss, Atlantic10.com. Nice smirk. Thanks, Dan. When things weren't going your way, how did you try to make sure that those on the floor kept their calm and played within themselves?
We kept talking about taking a deep breath. Nerves got to us today. There's no question about that. Meg's not wrong when she called us complacent. We allowed Loyola to be the aggressor, and when you're not the aggressor, you're not going to go to the free throw line. And we went to the free throw line one time the entire game. that's amazing to me. And so, we kept talking about being aggressive, but the kids weren't responding the way we wanted them to. So you're trying to simplify things for them, but yet still maintain being aggressive. Schematically, I think, we could have, we're going to look at this and certainly want to do things differently. You have to give Loyola credit. They changed the way they defended us, and that caused us problems, and we didn't answer that. And so you can put that on me.
Yep, right here in the second row.
You'll be playing in just about 24 hours tomorrow, so what changes would you like to make for the team heading into tomorrow's matchup versus GW?
Well, as soon as they walk out of the locker room, this is over. And that's really the way that we approach it. Everything that we do once we leave this locker room is in preparation for George Washington, from the ice baths and the cryotherapy to how our scouts are, how we sleep tonight, how we eat. You have to move on. You have to shower it off. It's still a win. When it's May or June, it's still a win, no matter what. And so, we're going to move forward and just be prepared for George Washington, the team, that we lost by 3 at their place earlier this year. And, our kids haven't forgotten. We were 1 for 29 from the field, from the 3-point line, 1 for 29 from the 3-point line against them. And our kids certainly haven't forgotten that. And hopefully that's in a good way. We'll shoot the ball better tomorrow.
Any more questions for Coach? Yep, back here in front.
Dan, how do you break down the end of that game? You have Amaya with space, misses the layup. I'm sure if you had your druthers, maybe you were hoping there was a foul or there was space, the end of the game. Just how do you kind of sort your way through that?
There's an awful lot of bullpucky. And bullpucky wasn't the word I was using. We didn't execute. We didn't play real well. We actually executed the play that Amaya missed the layup on. We executed it perfectly, but we didn't finish the shot. And so, again, we're going to wash it off as soon as we walk outside the locker room. We'll worry about this game when the season ends. Everything's dedicated to looking at GW and trying to find a way to compete with GW tomorrow. You have to give Loyola credit. They were aggressive. They got to the free throw line. We had no answer for a time with number 13, who played really, really well. The Shivers girl, if I say her name correctly. They turned us over 18 times. They were the aggressor, and we narrowly escaped.
Any more questions for Coach? Yep.
What are your keys to tomorrow's game? What do you have to do to win that game?
GW has an incredible post player that is the best offensive rebounder in our league, and trying to limit them to one shot is going to be important. We certainly cannot go 1 for 29 from the 3-point line again. On the offensive end, we need to be able to score the ball in the paint, which we did with some ability tonight. But I am concerned because we've been very physical in the last 2 games in our post-ups in the lane, and we went to the free throw line twice against St. Joe's in the regular season final, and today we only went once. And so I'm going to look at that to see where things aren't happening for us. Because we're short on shots, we're not getting to the free throw line, and I'm not sure what those reasons are, but we have to assert ourselves in the post more so to have success tomorrow, because when we assert ourselves into the post, it's going to open up the 3-point line even more. But if I went 1 for 29, I don't know if GW is even going to guard us at the 3-point line tomorrow. I hope they don't.
I have a feeling they will.
I have a feeling that Caroline's a really good basketball coach, and it's amazing the turnaround that she's had there, and I expect them to guard us at the 3-point line also. But we've got to keep. I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Taiwo.
Taiwo.
How do you say it?
Taiwo.
Heck of a basketball player. Great athlete. Got to keep her off the offensive glass. Good team.
We'll take one more question if there is one. Otherwise, Coach, we will see you tomorrow.
Appreciate all of you supporting women's basketball. Thank you.